Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video to talk about how I believe we should spend our limited time effectively in pushing back against what is currently taking place. Because I do believe that many in our circles may not be using their time efficiently and they could be doing so much more in general. Given the serious nature of what is occurring, we need to be effective. I think that many newcomers may naturally feel a little lost and perhaps overwhelmed, as figuring out how to use new social media platforms and then finding the right groups to join can be challenging enough. So I am going to do my best to go over some points on what I believe most of us should be doing and how we need to be thinking. Organisation in a decentralised movement that has no clear figureheads or structure and dealing with constant censorship can be tough. But keep in mind, the benefit is that it's also much more resilient and very tough to subvert. Spontaneous organisation can and is happening. It just takes a little more time than if there were structures built up already. Here are 6 tips to follow. 1. Please focus on actually doing something useful with your time that will actually make a positive impact. This does not have to be some grand plan. They can be very small acts that will add up over time. Spreading information and memes in real life and online, and talking with people and businesses in the community are all very positive and helpful acts. Or if you believe that sending emails and letter campaigns to certain politicians or company is the way to go, then by all means do that. I personally believe that working on building mass awareness is much more effective, but if you want to do that, it's certainly not going to do harm and may do some good. 2. If you want to do something online, please do not be spending all of your time watching endless viral clips on these topics, because it doesn't really help anyone or help the cause. If you're broadly awake to all of this already and you are willing to help, your time is very valuable at this point. You are already convinced that something really bad is taking place, so you need to start taking positive action. If you want to do things online, consider spreading effective memes and messaging around the place. Do not spend all of your time arguing back and forth with people whom are very clearly entrenched on the other side. You will not change their mind and you are wasting your time, unless it's a very high visibility spot for onlookers and you argue very effectively. Think about time spent versus impact. Please see my video regarding how to effectively spread messages in online comment sections. I will make a separate video for this and put it up. 3. Do not wait for someone else to tell you what to do. You are largely going to have to figure out what skills you have and how you can best go about affecting positive change. If you do have ideas, if you don't have ideas, just ask around in groups and I'm sure others will be able to offer suggestions. 4. Do not wait for a clear consensus to form around what the best course of action is for this movement. There will be many ideas all over the place. Some might be good and some might be bad, but it's going to be up to you. What do you spend your time on? 5. Please do not spend too much time spreading more red pills, fear porn, or niche conspiracy theories amongst each other. Unless it's something new that potentially would have an effect on strategy, then it's likely a big time waster. Many of us, I'm assuming, are likely red-pilled to the max, so to speak, and have probably heard it all at some point. Really important, do not spread anything that is clearly illegal, pushing for any violence, or promoting anything that is super unoptical for our causes, that would dissuade regular people from getting involved. If anyone does that, they are likely working for the enemy or are an idiot, and we don't need either. If possible, you should really be trying to get them removed from groups if they're really bad and keep doing it. 6. If you have some kind of natural leadership and communication abilities, do not wait to be given permission. Just take it and start to politely and respectfully direct people or groups in positive directions. If you see others not following the previous few points, you might find it helpful to direct them to more appropriate actions. We obviously cannot be micromanaging people, but we can have people who are directing the general energy and setting in place certain guiding rails. Direct people to certain groups and continually remind people that they should focus on effectiveness and doing something positive. However, know yourself here and obviously do not give into any ego. There is really nothing to gain for yourself personally here, We are working as a movement, pushing back against what is being taken from us. In conclusion, let's focus on being as effective as possible and building direction and coordination in a decentralized movement. Things can and will grow exponentially once a tipping point is reached. This is all about getting enough people to stand up at the same time and saying no. I hope you have found this informative, and thanks for listening.